What's up, future millionaires? Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about how to get your first social media marketing client. So to start the video off, I'll tell you a little bit about my story on how I got my first social media marketing client. And then I'll get into the best ways to get your first social media marketing client and my best advice for doing that after doing this for 3 years. And finally, I'll even show you guys an exact script you can use to get your first client. And we'll even cover a little bit about what to do in the meeting when talking to your first client. So let's jump right into it. So my first client, I actually got my first client from what I would call personal network. Somebody referred me to, I pretty much started telling some people that I was getting into social media marketing. And well, my first client that I actually tried to get was my business that I had company that I had previously worked for. So starting off with your personal network is probably the best way to start if you can do that. That is what I would highly recommend. The only thing with doing your personal network is you will have to make sure that the businesses that you work with are quality enough and can actually afford your services. You don't want to work with somebody with a really tiny business that can't afford at least like $1,000 a month. Now, I did start with $500 a month with my very first client. They were actually a laser tag business, and somebody that worked for their business referred me to work with them, and I charged them $500 a month to do social media management for them and just make some posts on their Facebook and their Instagram. And that was pretty much how I got my first client. Very simple. Now, the thing that allowed me to get this first client was I was very confident in. Now, I wouldn't consider myself an expert at social media at the time when I got my first client. I definitely wouldn't say that. But my confidence was high in the fact that I knew I was going to be willing to do whatever it took to get them the best results that I could. So with that in mind, my confidence came from not necessarily my ability, but more so my ability thinking that, look, I know for sure that I'm gonna put my maximum effort into getting this client as best as results as I can. And so a lot of my confidence came from that inner confidence that I was just gonna put in my max effort to make sure this client got the best results that they could. So that's kind of where my confidence come from. And I did have obviously some background. I knew what I was doing sort of, or else I wouldn't have been able to even meet with them in the first place. But you guys get the idea. So my recommendation to getting your first client, the first thing you should do is, if you can, try to start with your personal network, because if you start with your personal network, there's going to be already a lot more trust built there. Like, even if it's an uncle or your uncle knows this other guy that owns this car dealership, or like, just think about things like that. I would maybe even write down everyone that you know that you think might know people that have businesses, and then just start getting in contact with them and just talk with them. Look, just tell them, I'm getting started with social media marketing. I'm looking to help businesses do this type of business, do X, X, and X. Do you know anyone that would be able to benefit from my services? And then they'll tell you, and then you can reach out to that person, and you're building it through like your own little personal network, and that can help you build a relationship a lot more quickly. Now, here is one thing that I think is really powerful. Some people like this, some people don't. Free trials. So what is a free trial? You pretty much show your services, demonstrate your services, or execute your services for a client for 1 week for free so they can see how you work. This free trial method usually works best if you're doing a social media marketing service that involves where they can get quick results and see the results quickly. For example, Facebook advertising. If you are good at generating leads for businesses, free trials can be a really amazing way to start off, because one, it's a very low barrier of entry. Nowadays, what you guys will notice with trying to sell marketing services to businesses, a lot of them have had bad experiences with people in the past. So by offering your services for free, you're basically offering to prove that your services are going to work for them before you actually work with them. Now, this can also be really beneficial to you as a beginner, if you are a beginner. And I even know people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and they still do free trials for their clients. I know this guy that does free trial. He works with only e-commerce stores that are doing a minimum of $1 million per month in sales, and he runs free trials for them to earn their business. And then he asks for like a 10% revenue share of the revenue generated through Facebook ads. So like, even people on the highest level of this are doing free trials. So this is not like a only beginner thing. I just wanted to mention that it's effective at all levels. And the reason it's effective is because a lot of business owners have become like tired of the salespeople, and they just want to work with somebody that's going to really bring them results. So the way you can really grow your agency quicker than somebody that's good at sales, is by actually getting your clients results. Because if you actually try and get your clients results, they will then refer you to other businesses that know about you, and they'll speak good things about you and speak good words about you. So honestly, the fastest way you can grow your agency in 2020, 2021, whatever year it is right now, is just by actually getting your clients good results. And that's really the best way that you can grow your agency right now, because business owners have become tired of talking with marketing agencies and just talking with people that are promising the world and not delivering on anything. So if you can actually prove your clients' results, then that will allow your clients to get good results. So with that said, that's why I would highly recommend a lot of you guys to, if you're just starting out with your agency, try to build your marketing skills. And if you're doing that for free, great. If you're doing it paid, great. Like the way that I got good at marketing was businesses were basically paying me to do marketing for their business. I'm getting paid for it and I'm learning at the same time. So depends on your confidence level. You can do free trials, you can do paid. It doesn't matter. That's up to you personal and your confidence level. But I do think it's a great way to start out. Now, you don't want to be doing it for free forever, obviously. You are doing free trials with the expectation that if the client likes your services, they're going to continue working with you afterwards and continue paying whatever amount that you've agreed upon with your client. So with that said, I'll jump into the value script for you guys. And I'll just read it out to you, but I'll also put the text in the description so that you can have a written version of it if you'd like. But this is a script that I found extremely powerful. Hey, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm just getting started helping niche. So this is, you insert some of these things here, by the way. I'm just getting started helping niche get result with Facebook ads. And I want to build a name for myself. And in order to do that, I need to get some big results for some key clients. I was wondering if you'd be interested in letting me run some Facebook ads to bring you some new customers for free. All I require is a case study, testimonial, and 3 referrals once you see the results, once you see great results. So I'll put this script in the description below. It's been very powerful. I've had tons and tons of people use it. And on my old YouTube videos, I used to have scripts that were even that were similar to this in the past that people had gotten like $10,000 clients from and crazy stuff like that. So that script is definitely very powerful. Obviously, you want to customize it to yourself, not just copy it word for word, but you guys get the idea. And so the other huge thing about getting your first client overall is just confidence. Confidence in your ability, confidence that you're going to do whatever it takes to get them good results. And obviously, you don't want to be wasting, like if you get one client, you don't want to be wasting all your time getting them results. You have to keep growing your agency, so you need to keep reaching out to new clients. But you guys know what I mean. You need to put in a reasonable amount of effort to get them the results that they want. And the thing that I feel like a lot of people are missing in the marketing industry right now is they're just trying to start a social media marketing agency with 0 skills, which obviously everybody starts out with zero skills. I'm glad that you're starting, and I started off with 0 skills, and I got my first client with 0 skills, basically. My first paid client was 0 skills. So it's definitely possible, but you need to try to instead of focusing on trying to get rich quick, try to focus on how you can help your clients in the industry the most, and how can you provide the most value to the industry you are trying to work with. I would recommend sticking to one industry. That's a huge recommendation, by the way, guys. As far as the service you provide, there's lots of options. You can provide Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google SEO, like Google ads. There's so many different things you can provide. Just think about what your industry you want to work with. Think about what are the industries that I love to work with, what industries do I know, and what industries have the biggest need for this kind of help. And then that's how you can discover your top like 1 to 3 industries you want to work in, and you might test a few out and see what you like best. But once you kind of do that testing and figure that out, I recommend to stick to one industry, because then you can provide results to that industry over and over, and you just replicate the process rather than trying to find a new process every single time. So it's funny because people that think about how can I provide businesses the most value grow their agency faster than the people that are thinking, how can I get rich quick as fast as possible? Because if you have that mindset, what's going to happen is you're going to get a client and you're going to lose a client. You're going to get a client, you're going to lose a client. And you're always going to just be going in this circle where you're not actually growing your business because you're not keeping your clients. And on top of that, when you actually get your clients results, so like without those first 1 to 3 clients, just focus really hard on trying to get them really good results and prove the process. And then once you've got that proven process, that's when you can replicate it and start scaling higher and higher. So the first like 6 months to a year of starting your agency is honestly just making that proof of concept, getting the right results for your agency. Now, obviously you can accelerate that process by working with a mentor like me that's really good at providing results for businesses and get like a mentor's help. I would highly recommend if you can take that option. Obviously you're gonna have to invest in that. You're gonna have to pay for someone to mentor you, but I would highly recommend that because it will save you an enormous amount of time. Now let's go on to what to do in the meeting. And this will be like what we kind of finished off with. So what do you actually do at the meeting? Let's say you use that script. What do you actually do in the meeting once you've got a meeting with that client? Well, first off, you're gonna just tell them what the expectation of the meeting is. Basically, usually how meetings go is it's to see if there can be if we can set up a mutually beneficial relationship between our businesses. I just have a few questions to get to know more about your business to see if I'd be able to help and what your goals are and everything like that. Then if it seems like I can be able to help, I'll tell you more about what I do, and you can make a decision whether or not you want to work with me, something along those lines. So basically how the meeting is usually going to go, you're going to ask a series of questions and kind of have a conversation with them, get to know what their business goals are, where are they currently at in their business, and try to figure out, so where are they currently, where do they want to be at, what's preventing them from getting where they want to be at, and then that's what you are going to provide them is what your offer is basically going to position that, you're going to position your offer between where they're currently at and where they want to go, and then your offer is what they need in order to get there. So you're asking them these questions: where are you currently at? How is your business going right now? What's your business goal? How many new customers you want per month? Why do you want that many? And obviously I have scripts for this that I have in my program, but I have a script for this for my agency and everything, but you guys get the idea. It's kind of that whole general idea. And then pretty much once you've broken it down and made it clear to them that your offer is what they need to get there, that's when you present your offer, and hopefully they ask for the price and everything like that, and then they get started with you. So that's kind of the general outline of the meeting. The main focus, the takeaway from the meeting is, once again, focus on helping the business. Don't focus on trying to sell them. Don't be worried like, oh, I got to make this $1,000 a month from this business. You should not be starting a social media marketing agency or any business whatsoever if you're trying to get rich quick. It's just not a good way to start a business. Just take your time and focus on actually helping people. That's how you grow your business faster than anyone else. So finally, the last thing that I want to mention before I end the video is just learn from failure and learn from feedback. The main key to growing a successful marketing agency is just failing. Honestly, it's just failing over and over and over again and being willing to do that. Now, obviously, a mentor can help you be able to reduce the number of mistakes and make you get there a lot faster. But even with the mentor, you're still going to have to go through that process where you're going to outreach to a client and they're going to tell you no, they're not interested. Then you learn from that, you figure out what you can do differently, and then you change for the next time. So the only way you cannot be successful with a business is if you give up. So as long as you are improving every day and you're learning from your mistakes, you're actually taking action every single day, you're learning from your actions, you're getting that feedback, and then you do another action based on the feedback and the knowledge you've gained, and you keep doing that cycle over and over again, that's how you become an expert. It's that 10,000 hours rule. You do it over and over again. You make the mistakes, you learn from it, you make the mistakes, you learn from it, and eventually you become an expert and you make a high figure income because, you provide a huge amount of value to the world. So hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you have any other advice for people getting their first social media marketing client, or any inspiration you've gotten your own social media marketing client recently, let us know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.